about 10 seconds to make sure this works. All right, ready or not? Here we go. Don't we all? All right.
I'm in a public-private game of Among Us.
All right. Well, anyway, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Beyond the Airwaves Leveling Up. We decided to change the Infinity Project. We got the little Infinity symbol in our logo, but we're just calling it Leveling Up because that's what we've done. We've leveled up.
And the reason for that, for people that didn't listen last week, is the fact that we are officially media partners of E3, and we do have some news today from that source, so we are going to have some fun.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it. So anyway, I'm your host for tonight. I am Oddball Extreme. I'm currently joined on the line by 3 of my crazy cohorts. First, we have our master and creator, Frodo. Hello, Frodo.
I just got one thing to say to everyone.
What's that?
Meow, 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 meow.
Gotta have that meow mix in there some weeks.
Baxter, I told you not to call me at work, okay? Thought you liked that.
Speaking of Baxter, or any cat for that matter.
I think I know what's coming.
Maddie's coming. All right, anyway, we'll go on here. We have a resident Star Tell, Janet. Hello, Janet.
Hello. I'm on the Skilled right now, so bear with me.
All right, and then below me is our resident Ford Mustang, John. Hello, John. John? Uh-oh.
John,
Froze.
where are you?
Oh, okay, you kind of froze up.
I'm right here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
We can't now.
All right, hold on a sec. I normally.
Okay,
Frodo, keep Maddie on you. I'm gonna pop out of the meeting for about a minute to let my internet caps drain. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
In the meantime, I'm hearing thunder outside, literally.
And we're also joined by a 4-footed fuzzbutt who looks like he's confused.
Hello, Maddie.
Hey,
I will tell you something. Since you're talking about weather, Shirley, the forest fires in our state are so bad that is causing air pollution.
I believe it.
It is blocking the sky so bad. It's east of us that it's causing ozone problems.
That I'm not surprised by.
And speaking of weather, we're going a week without any rain here.
We get rain almost every day here.
And we have our first tropical systems forming.
Yep.
So yeah.
Got one in the Gulf, one over towards Africa, and one just off of North Carolina.
Yep. They're not major yet, but they can be at a moment.
Yeah. And I forgot, Sajo's in the chat room. Hey, Sajo.
Come on, John, get your butt back in here.
Oh, give him a chance. Oh, Janet, I hear your phone ringeth.
Spam call.
Spam, spam.
You're fine.
Oh, Maddie, you cutie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and by the way, you may have noticed I slightly altered the opening a little bit with a little, adding the one up sound, and the little and the E3 logo. So.
And he's comfortable now.
Oh, look at me! I see this little paw.
I'm sorry. He's probably wanting to go because he's like, But anyway, let's get down to business.
Yeah, let's get on.
To defeat. You know what I was about to say?
What?
What's the last part of that phrase? Let's get down to business
Mm-hmm.
to defeat.
The
There's two words.
susses. The sus.
I was gonna say the Huns, but yeah.
In the case, it's the sus what I'm playing.
Yep.
Anyway, getting back to what's going on. We're gonna start off with some interesting tidbits. Now, I haven't been able to watch a lot because my app's been screwing up.
Mm-hmm.
Maddie decided he wanted down.
Nice.
Anyway, my app screwed up so I couldn't get into it so much. But I've been watching some of the information that's been coming out, and I gotta say, Square Enix really impressed me quite a bit. Okay, not only did they announce, well, Mike should be coming on soon, so I'm gonna kind of delay all the announcements until he gets on.
Okay. Well, wait, I got an
Please
idea. I have an
hurry,
idea.
Mike.
Yeah, I have an idea. Let me do this. Let me do this part then.
Go.
All right. So yesterday I was watching the Square Enix reveal for Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, but
Oh
this,
yeah, and you're gonna mention the
Amazing.
yeah.
dipwads.
Mm-hmm.
It looks amazing,
It
by the way.
does. It really does. The
It look.
probably the only drawback for me personally is the fact that you're only gonna have to play Star Lord. You can't play any other character. Oh
Well,
well.
that doesn't mean you can't play other characters in sequels.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I guess that
And if
depends on how well it does. But a lot of people are
Oh
this
saying
yeah.
it doesn't look like the movies. I'm thinking,
game,
do
if
you? Oh,
this game does well, yeah,
hmm and who knows? They may update it on the game itself to that point. Never know.
My question is, how doesn't it look like the movies? I know Pete Quill's
Well,
blonde and Gamora's more of a redhead than a brunette, but
that those are small differences, and actually, those are more in line with the comics than they are outside the comics. Because you
right.
got to remember, the MCU and the comics are two different universes,
Mhm.
even though a lot of the comic storylines go to the MCU, it's not the same thing.
Yeah,
yeah.
because here's the thing. A lot of people were crying foul about how come the Avengers don't look like the MCU. It's like, do you know how much it would cost to get the actors to do all that?
It
Well, I
honestly,
just think, hold on. To me, it's kind of like complaining about the fact that when they came out with the cartoon, The Real Ghostbusters, they changed the hair colors of a lot of the characters to avoid copyright infringement.
hmm
yeah,
It's it
take
doesn't matter.
Egon for example.
Yeah, he wasn't supposed to be blonde or have a rat tail.
No,
Does look pretty
he.
good though.
Of
Yeah,
course,
but the, yeah, but
we
this
could
this
always,
go ahead.
yeah, we could always compare this to like books and TV shows, because
Exactly.
let's take Harry Potter for
Yeah.
example. Okay, in Harry Potter, even though it's not explicitly said so, um, you can imply that Lavender Brown was an African American character in the book based on the way she's discussed
hmm
in those books.
Mhm.
But in the movie, they whitewashed her.
Man, I don't think Lavender going down that road. I'll tell you this. I know Dean Thomas was black. Lee Jordan was described as black,
Yep.
and they made him that way.
Yeah.
I don't know that they described Lavender Brown's race very
They
much.
never did. They never distinctly described her race at all,
hmm
Okay.
but it was implied. If you read between the lines, you could kind of see that they were implying her to be somewhat of a different race. Now,
Okay.
Parvati and
Well, they were
Padma,
Hindu, yeah.
yeah,
The
they
Patil
were Hindu.
sisters, they were Hindu. And that's common. I mean, you got a lot
Yeah,
of Hindu descended people living in England.
hmm
and
Um,
that's true. And yeah, in England, African Americans aren't really African people of African descent, sorry,
That's
are
all right.
not quite as common as they are here, but they do exist.
Yeah.
Take
Uh,
Mickey, take Mickey from Doctor Who.
Yeah.
uh-huh.
Icky?
Uh,
Okay. Here's
he
another
was one of
example.
Rose Tyler's boyfriends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
I think Rose Tyler's only boyfriend, actually.
Mhm.
yeah.
But the thing of it is, I need to ask Frodo, just on a tangent here. What passages do you recall from the Harry Potter book series that would
The
indicate anything about Lavender Brown's race?
The thing isn't so much what passages, it's how she's described as acting.
Well, how does she act?
And sometimes dejected in a way. And
Disappointed, you mean? Or
well, think about the entirety of book 6 when she was clinging to Ron.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
that
One, one. Ugh.
Barf.
Well,
that whole storyline there was just no.
fact, this is why schools caution you against PDA. They actually did this when I was in high school. They reminded you that not everybody who wants to engage in PDA is going to look like a model or have a really sexy name.
Although I got a beautiful wife, so I can't complain.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's but going back to the things being in the books being different in the movies or something. I'll give you a perfect example. The first Twilight movie. Okay. Now
Well, before you do,
uh-huh.
I do need to point something out. Frodo, you're familiar with Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, right?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fact is, while the illustrations give Hermione's race away, when they would do productions of that, they would often cast a black actress to play Hermione because of the fact that they knew that was a viable option given the text.
True. I mean,
Let's,
they describe her as having mousy hair,
yeah,
dark brown hair with buck teeth in
uh
the
huh,
books.
yeah.
And while Emma Watson is a great actress, she doesn't exactly fit that framework, but
She
she is
fit it well
beautiful.
enough, dude.
Yeah, she did. Yes, I agree. She did fit it well enough, but some people are purists and would say, "Oh my god, the hair wasn't frizzy enough. Oh my god, her teeth weren't
Okay,
bucky enough."
Yeah.
Frodo, the purists would have said that Professor Slughorn should have been built like you, because he basically was.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike.
Hey,
Hey, Lulu.
Hey, our resident
Hello.
Joker has
Sorry
arrived.
I'm late.
It's okay.
Hi,
That's fine.
Lulu.
Yeah, we were just talking about.
Lulu said
Yeah, we were
hi.
just talking about finding those differences between like the video game, like in the case of Guardians of the Galaxy, in the they're basically going by the comic books because Peter Quill is blonde, whereas Chris Pratt in the MCU he's not. So
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And we were just in a little tangent about differences between movies and that. But anyway, now that you're here,
Now
we
that
can
you're
really.
here, can you
and
let us?
Lulu.
Hi, Lulu. Are you being
Hello.
catty?
Here we go.
Hey,
Oh,
sweetie.
Lulu.
Let me
Oh,
scooch
Lulu
back
looks
so you
like
can
a
probably see
grumpy
me a little bit better.
cat. Oh,
Hi, Lulu.
I've never seen Lulu like.
Oh, she's
Aw.
being cute. She's being cute. Cuteness
Yeah.
overload. Cuteness is
Aw,
over
Hi,
little
kitty.
99,000.
Lulu.
Hey, Lulu.
Lulu knows that that I'm a tad pissed off.
Uh-oh.
About what?
Basically, I tried to get access over at the clubhouse. That's where the laundry is,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
and we can't get connected. That's why I'm late.
Oh,
Mm.
okay.
Normally when you log in, or like normally when you get connected for the first time, it will have you do a passcode. It wouldn't
Yep.
even let me do that.
Hmm.
That's how bad that is.
That sounds kind of shady to me.
Sounds like their Wi-Fi might have been down. I don't know. Or
Might
were
have
other
been
people
fucked
on it?
up or hacked.
Yeah, that's possible.
Something. But now that makes
Anyway,
two issues that I'm having with the property management right now.
Oh boy.
First
Mm.
one is an ongoing issue with their resident portal. I still haven't been able to register yet, and I've been here for
Boy.
almost a month.
Mm.
The portal basically allows me to pay rent, have a profile, make service free requests if I need to. Lulu, you're being too adorable. Oh my god.
and
Oh,
she's
Yeah.
mooning,
Adorable butt,
and
she
she's
says.
mooning the entire internet.
But
Somebody
anyway,
post
Butts,
Lulu
butts,
to the
butts, our butts, our
Facebook.
butts,
Yeah.
our butts, our beautiful butts. Our...
Oh, is somebody putting their fuzzy butt in your face, Mike?
No, she's putting her butt in the camera's face.
come
In other words, in all of our faces. Anyway,
Exactly.
getting back to the Square Enix thing.
hope
Me,
so.
John, and Mike watched it live. We missed a little bit
Now
because
she's putting her butt in his face.
Oh, come on.
Lucinda.
She loves you.
Okay, you got cat butt in the camera, miss.
Loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves you, yeah,
Honey.
yeah, yeah.
Look at this.
Hello, Lulu. Hello,
Hi.
Lulu kitty.
I think it's the first time I've
She's
seen
doing all
Lulu up
kinds of
close.
lovey-dovey tonight.
She knows
She
you're upset.
normally never does this, so
You're
this is
happy.
kind of funny to me.
I bet she
think
knows you're
Lulu's
upset and she
jealous.
wants you to be happy.
Aw.
Yeah, she knows.
And there's
Hi,
Sarah.
Ashley.
Yep.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Oh, that's Sarah, not Ashley.
Okay,
Sarah.
Sarah.
Whatever will be.
Sarah, Sarah.
Anyway,
Okay, real quick. Oracle is still at the clubhouse waiting on laundry.
Okay.
okay. Getting back to what we're talking about. Mike and John were with me when we were watching the Square Enix thing.
You.
Mike, do you remember our little conversation afterwards about RPGs?
Yeah, we basically Square Enix. We crowned Square Enix as like god of the RPG gaming section.
Because every time they make something, it's just amazing.
They've killed it every time.
Yeah, I
Every
even
time.
just
nailed
to
it.
see it, I downloaded episode 1 of Life is Strange, Mike, on
Oh, yeah.
PS4.
Mm.
By the way, it is free.
Oh, it is. Oh, well, that's the first episode. Yeah, you still gotta pay for the rest of it.
Episode 1 is free. You could get the rest for like $20, which isn't
Yeah.
bad.
No.
That's not bad. So
No.
we're seriously considering doing it.
Good idea.
Well, you liked it too.
I mean, it's all right.
It was a good storyline so far. But anyway, getting back to what I'm saying, needless to say, they came out swinging. First thing they showed, even though we missed it, Final Fantasy 16. Come on. 16.
Good lord.
Final Fantasy 16 is officially confirmed to be coming. Oh my fucking god.
A lot of us knew
16
that.
of
Though.
them.
A
Well,
lot of us knew that it was potential.
let's
And
see.
I
Well,
thought-
me. Oh, go ahead.
Oh
Jeff.
yeah, we knew
Uh-oh.
it was potentially coming.
Okay.
Go
And
ahead.
I thought the 8th Fast and Furious movie was enough.
Well, me, like I said, me, what I was doing was I was watching the Square Enix, Guardians of the Galaxy preview and gameplay and behind the scenes stuff and such. But what was really interesting, I was watching this on YouTube. Over on the right side where you find the chat, there were people actually shouting, "We want Spider-Man No Way Home trailer." There's just one problem. Actually, there's a couple problems. Number one, it's a movie they're trying to talk about. This is a video game convention, not a movie convention. And number
I'd say
two,
that
go ahead.
I'd say that says something about the quality of their graphics then.
And number two, Spider-Man is owned by Sony anyway. So unless Square Enix paid like buku dollars or something, there's more than likely you would not see a Spider-Man game unless it was for the PlayStation.
Yeah.
And even then, Square Enix could develop it. But anyway, getting back to what we are talking about here, Final Fantasy. I'm just gonna say this: Final Fantasy in general, amazing game series. If you've never played it, get your head out of your fucking ass and play it.
Well, wait a minute. What
Okay?
system is it on?
Let's see: Nintendo Entertainment System, Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy, PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, Xbox One X. Yeah, let's just say everything, including Android and iPhone.
Okay. Well, what's the game
Even
again?
Sega. Final Fantasy.
Oh. Well, the problem is I'd have to devote time to it, and with a full-time job, no, I
Yeah.
can't.
Anyway, the reason it's actually called Final Fantasy is because it was Square's last chance to stay in the game for video games. Anyway, getting back to what I'm saying, Final Fantasy 16 is amazing. Then we got some other good stuff going.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Obviously, Marvel's stuff coming out also caught a lot of attention for right and then we get information about the pixel stuff. You know what I'm talking about, Mike?
Yep.
Final
Pixel
Fantasy.
remasters.
Yep, pixel remasters of the original Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We have it is confirmed to be coming to Steam, but because of that, there is a possibility it may come to Switch.
Hmm.
And I'm going to tell you this right now. 3 of those games didn't get a release in America until well after their time. Those 3 games are Final Fantasy 2. It had a completely different system. It wasn't based on levels. It was more based on how you use your items and stuff. So like you had a sword level, a magic level, a black magic level, a white magic level, a shield level. You know, you had all these different levels that you worked with, and it had a learn the words system that was really interesting. And you have Final Fantasy 3, which implemented the first job system into the games and was the first game to officially have summons. So all the espers that you've seen, all the awesome big creatures that you could summon, like Ifrit and Shiva, Final Fantasy 3 is the first game that released them.
Wait a minute. They got a character named after the Hindu destroyer of worlds?
Yep. And guess what?
Nice.
Guess what?
Did you know she was also a Batman villain?
Yeah.
Well, Shiva in this instance is an ice queen.
Nice.
So a lot of times when you see her come out, she'll come out of an ice crystal, shatter the crystal from within, and then freeze everything on the battlefield with diamond dust.
So she's basically Lady Shiva from Batman meets Queen Elsa of Arendelle.
Yep.
Nice. Sorry, Mike. I couldn't help myself. Anyway, you were saying, Frodo?
Okay, and then the other game that we never got released until much, much later was Final Fantasy V, which improved on the job system that we got in 3 and also added a series staple. And it's a certain song.
Oh yeah, the Chocobo theme song. Yeah,
Oh.
Chocobo theme.
It's also called Samba de Chocobo.
Sure.
Speaking of theme songs, I mean, it was so weird that I heard Bonnie Tyler's "Holding Out for a Hero" twice in less than 3 days, because you got it in the He-Man, you got the Masters of the Universe Revelation trailer on YouTube, and it was also in the Guardians of the Galaxy preview. So yes, I heard that song was like twice in 2 days. Like when I heard it, like,
Who
that's the
did
second
that
time.
song, Holding Out for a Hero?
Bonnie
I
Tyler.
forget. Yeah. Where have all the good men gone? Where are all the gods? Um,
Which made me kind of happy.
That was kind of cool having
After
heard that twice twice in a couple days. Like
continuing
babies come
on,
back.
continuing on, then Square Enix revealed that they're going to be releasing a Life is Strange complete collection. Not just it's going to have Life is Strange 2, all the episodes, by the way. All of them. So it's going to be. I can tell you this right now from playing the first episode. The game is very story intensive. And it has a system similar to Harvey Stickmin, Mike,
Harry Stickmin, not Harvey.
Harry, but you know what I
I
mean.
heard Harvey, Frodo.
Me too.
We're
yeah, you
tired.
did say
Don't worry about
Harvey.
it.
I may have said Harvey.
You did.
It's all
You may have been
good. You
thinking of
knew what I
Harvey
meant.
Birdman.
It's all good. I'm just messing with you.
But anyway, but no, Harry Stickmin collection. In that you can go back and redo parts and choose different action story to do different things. So that's something that's pretty cool. And then they dropped a huge bomb. A
Boom.
huge bomb for me.
Frodo, you're starting to garble a
Final
little.
Fantasy Origin. Damn it, damn it, damn it.
You're
What are you
okay
doing,
now.
honey? Okay. Final Fantasy Origins. And it's Strangers to Paradise. It's a reimagining of the first game in a 3D environment. And I thought it looked amazing.
Oh yeah.
So, how is this a bomb they dropped?
No one knew it was coming.
Nice.
Ah, that's the
Well, then,
fun part of
Frodo,
E3. Because remember
Frodo,
2 years ago?
yeah,
Not to
Frodo,
mention, they did reveal multiple mobile games, including
Son of a
Final
biscuit
Fantasy
eater.
VII, The First Soldier.
Huh?
You don't remember that?
No, I was hearing. I'm hearing Jan. That's why I went, huh?
you okay,
I
Jen?
Chug.
hit my foot with the
Chug.
corner of the door.
Ouch. Ugh. I know how that feels. Ain't fun.
Anyway, my biggest complaint so far for E3, especially Ubisoft, lack of fucking Switch games. Come on, people. We've got many Switches out there. Make use of them.
Yeah,
I'm
but I'm pretty
hoping
sure that
that
that some might come to Switch anyway, but at a later time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, but I'm
Garble mode.
excited for tomorrow. For say,
Oh,
I was going to say, Frodo, and I'm going to say now, I think I can safely say that if they hold this in a non virtual fashion and we take you there, we're probably going to have to put you on a leash, and a short one at that. 'Cause
I'll
you're going
bite
to be
that
going loud
leash
like,
off.
oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I want to buy that one. I want to buy that one. Please, please, can I have somebody? Please, 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 can I have somebody?
Here's the cool thing: being part of E3 gives us the information of these new games, and it puts our name out in the industry to say
Yeah.
that
Yeah, because
we're holding up our we hold up our end of the bargain.
yeah,
Exactly.
it's just that if you guys looked at the Dragon Con ones, the Dragon Con rules is like there is no way in hell we're gonna get anywhere near that for a long, long time. Because you see, basically Dragon Con has very, very strict rules, but I was never upset about it because I can understand why. Because if someone leaks out something, they can get in trouble. So So I can certainly understand why they have to do it that way. I've never been upset about it. It's like, one year I was going to go to DragCon. Stephen Amell was supposed to show up, but Arrow called him back. But I never got upset about it because it's like, well, that's the business. It happens, and I was never upset about it. So,
Shit
so
happens when you party naked.
well, shit happens when you got to get when you're in the middle of a production. Go ahead, John.
Friends do not let friends tube naked.
Well, then
but
why are you naked?
Who
yeah,
said
but I
I
mean,
was?
but I can definitely say this is a good start because I got some information. Now that the embargo is lifted for Freedom Games, I can say whatever. It is well past 2:45. So, let's
So
see.
say whatever, Shirley. Go
Yep.
for it.
All right, so here we go. Now this is in my email. It's not in my it's not on a website. So, this was today. Freedom Games unveiled the indie publishing label's upcoming catalog at E3. The showcase spotlighted anticipated releases from the publisher, including Dreamscaper, To the Rescue, One Lonely Outpost, Uncharted, and more. So here's how they roll. Dreamscaper, the surreal rogue light action RPG from Afterburner Studios, has set its alarm to awaken from early access on both PC via Steam and Nintendo Switch on Tuesday, August 10th. The 1.0 release will feature new difficulty settings, bosses, environments, enemies, endings, music, and more. Dark Deity, the classically inspired turn-based tactical RPG from Sword and Axe, also teased a special announcement for tomorrow during E3. Let's see. Tame eclectic creatures and battle against trainers in Koromon, the modern monster taming RPG from Kragsoft, capturing PC and Nintendo Switch fans' hearts in Q1 2022. Then Voyage to a Distant Planet to sow a frontier farm in Aurorian Studios' One Lonely Outpost, sprouting up on Steam Early Access in Q1. That's supposed to be 2022, not 2021. Ahead of the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S launches. And meanwhile, pet lovers can look forward to Cat Cafe Manager, a charming sim from Roost Games about restoring a family's feline-focused bistro, as well as To the Rescue, the heartfelt dog shelter management sim from Little Rock Games, who have partnered
Uh,
with the Pet Finder Foundation to donate 20% of their profits to support the adoption of furry companions. Aw,
hold on a second. I gotta ask real quick.
sure.
Why would you want to destroy a cat-themed bistro at all? That game objective to me just doesn't make an ounce of sense.
Well, I gotta look at that one To the Rescue, and it's basically that's all it is, just managing a dog shelter. Let's see, restoring a
Well,
Positive
family's
it
role
could
models,
be
nice.
yeah.
that the ones who want to destroy the cat bistro are dog lovers.
No, wait a minute. It's a charming sim from Roost Games about restoring a family's feline-focused bistro. It could have been run down.
Restoring.
Yeah, restoring. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I am so sorry.
It's all right. I don't know how I heard destroying, but
Yeah.
restoring that This is the kind of games I like to see. When I
Yeah.
was growing up, it was all about destruction. Grand Theft Auto, Resident Evil, uh, just games where you broke stuff down.
Yeah.
I like that they're trying to go a more positive route with this. I like that.
Yeah, yeah, and basically, both Cat Cafe Manager and To the Rescue were on PC and Nintendo Switch in early 2022. That's PC, and Nintendo Switch will be quarter 3 this year.
Nice.
Let's see. Then adventure through a mysterious underground dungeon and rebuild the community that lives on the surface in Ankach. This is Ankachard.
How do you
Civil
spell it?
Ancuchard.
Lancashire.
Ankachard. Thank you. The Civilization Restoration Action RPG from Stellar Null, developed in partnership with Microsoft through the Xbox Diversity Fund, and Shard arrives on PC, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S systems in quarter 1 of 2022. Freedom Games also revealed the upcoming console versions of Airborne Kingdom, the acclaimed city builder set in the sky from the Wandering Band later in 2021. Monster Outbreak, a retro-inspired 2D tower defense survival game from developer Game Munchers. I like that. I like that, Game Munchers. Also received its first public gameplay reveal, in addition to announcing a 2022 launch window for PC. In keeping with the spirit of fun first inventive games, Microwave Games' deadly game show racing platformer Slaughter League highlighted outlandish.
Microwave games?
Yes, Microwave
I like
Games.
that even better than Game Munchers.
Let's see. Slaughter League highlighted out.
Microwave games, what you do when you hate the game and want to destroy it completely.
Yep, there you go. Let's see. Slaughter League highlighted outlandish gladiatorial gameplay from recent content creator community events. Freedom Games also shared the news that Tower Rush and Sands of Aura are planned to storm PC via Steam in 2022. Freedom Games is thrilled to share an exciting rundown full of reveals, first look videos, and updates on our upcoming titles, said Benjamin Tarsa, director of publishing Freedom Games. Our first E3 showcase is just the beginning, and we're honored to have the opportunity to share our future plans with digital audiences. It's nice that they're working alongside all these other indie companies,
I'm
giving
just
them
glad
a
they're producing good material then.
yeah.
Well, and here's the thing. Really, the biggest thing about gaming lately has been the indie gaming scene. You've got developers who are creating these amazing experiences. Yeah, Square Enix and stuff, and the big boys do great work. You'll notice one team I will never mention is BTA,
Frodo, you're
and there's
starting
a
to
good.
garble.
I don't know why.
Um,
Here, I'm gonna kill my TV. See if that helps any.
good on you.
Anyway,
Kill the
Quick thing
TV.
before you
Kill the
as I
continue,
was
guys.
TV. Kill the
Guys,
TV.
saying,
Go ahead.
where's Joker? Oh, there he is.
I'm here.
You okay, man?
Hook back up.
Gotcha.
he probably had trouble. Anyway, great. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm gonna try reconnecting my network.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Yeah, because that's usually what does happen for some of us, unfortunately. But that's the pratfalls of doing live Twitch shows. Things like this happen.
Exactly.
Because I still remember my power went out in the middle of a show.
Shit
Ow.
happens when you party naked. Anyway, getting back to what I was saying, there's been a lot of games lately that have come from independent developers.
Mhm.
Good examples would be like Fez, Super Meat Boy, uh,
Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley is a good one. Dust, the an Elysian Tale. Now that one is an interesting one because it is developed by one man. Art, music, everything, one man.
Nice.
Then you got games like Binding of Isaac. which have come to a huge sequel bunch of people who like it. Even a game that now is owned by one of the big boys, but started out as a small boy. Minecraft.
Mm.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Minecraft was developed by a small team called Mojang, Mojang. They're a Swedish company that made the game, headed up by Marcus Pearson, also known as Notch. However, however, several years ago they allowed Microsoft to purchase it for $10 billion.
Well,
Ooh.
can't say I blame him for selling out for that much.
Yeah.
I'd I'd sell out
No,
for
I
10
can't
billion.
either. Wouldn't you, Mike?
Nope. No issue.
But no, the point that I'm trying to make is big gaming companies may have huge teams to work with, and they do good work. You get these mom and pop shops or these little single person development companies who make these games as a love letter to them to the industry, and you get so many good things. Freedom Games is just another example of an indie game company making a name for themselves.
Yeah.
Okay, you got honestly, it makes me happy to see
Hmm.
because you don't get that very often in other industries. Look at how hard it is for a freaking musician to get into the music industry. Look at how long it took someone like Juice World to get an actual recording contract. But in the gaming industry, you release something awesome and people are going to latch on. Stardew Valley is an example of that. Terraria, Minecraft, Among Us.
Yeah. That
Look
started.
at
That
how
started.
far that game came.
I know because it started. It started out. Nobody really paid attention to it, but then guess what happened? The pandemic actually helped it.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Uh,
But the thing is, what I'm trying to say is these games that are coming out from independent companies,
mm,
they're they're making the gaming world, they're shaking it up.
This is a good thing,
Bethesda,
I would
you
say.
expect
well,
Bethesda, you expect a good if glitchy as fuck game from them because they usually do a lot with what they have, so the glitches happen. CD Project Red, you expect a good, maybe sometimes glitchy game out of them, excepting, of course, Cyberpunk. But you get what I'm saying, right, John?
yeah, I
You
do think you
expect big
need.
companies to do good things.
I think you should remember that these companies, yeah, they sometimes cheat, but generally they stay in business because they release good things. They release things people want to buy. And yeah, mom and pop companies should have the option of,
EA pisses me off.
well, mom and pop companies should have the option of competing. But what we all need to remember is what matters is not what the nature of your company is. What matters is the nature of your product. If you produce a product, a video game I don't
Exactly.
want to buy, I'm not going to buy it even if it's for necessarily a good cause.
And that's also true. I'm just saying, like other companies, you notice all of what I've said, I have avoided one big name, Electronic Arts.
Yeah.
There's a good reason. back about 10 years ago or so, if that, Electronic Arts changed how they do things. Electronic Arts used to be a little plucky company who had the balls to tell Sega to suck a big one because they figured out how to reverse engineer the Sega Genesis BIOS to allow their, at the time, unlicensed Genesis games to play on the original Genesis. They even went to E3 one year with a game, their first game they released for the Sega,
Mhm.
with a game in cartridge form, said, "Hey, can we? You see this Genesis here? It's unmodified, right? Well, yeah, it's our Genesis. We know what it is. Here, let me show you something really quick." Pops out the game that was in there, pops in their game, flips that switch, their game boots up perfectly and instantly and just
Yeah.
runs. Buttery. Okay? Sega looked at the cartridge, looked at everything, and they're like, "We didn't approve this game." Yeah, we reverse engineered your system. Now either give us a licensing agreement that's more agreeable to us, or we're going to release these unlicensed and you're going to lose a lot of money.
Oh, you said you got a hatred for EA, right?
Yeah.
Well, listen to this part. This is from Verizon today. Uh, during they had the E3 keynote this morning. There's a $1 million commitment to support women in gaming, and new innovation partnership with EA, Riot Games, and Team Liquid.
Well, getting back to what I was saying.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's where EA started back in the day. Nowadays, they're all about maximizing profits. So you buy that $50, $60 game, whatever you get, and it has that EA logo on it. Yeah, it's made by EA. Yeah, it might be an amazing game. In fact, there's one game that I want to buy that's EA, but that's because it's self-contained and doesn't require me to buy 15 fucking different uh DLCs to play because it's built in.
Hmm.
But no, back about 10 years ago, they started deciding, oh, let's nickel and dime our customers. $60 for a game isn't enough anymore. Let's nickel and dime them by making them buy keys to unlock these stupid loot boxes we're putting in these games. You know what that's called?
What?
Scuzzy. Do you know what loot boxes are called?
Microtransactions.
Childhood gambling.
Uh,
Am I
I'm,
wrong?
No.
Frodo, you kind of froze up there on my end.
Did I freeze up on all you all's end?
Yeah, a
I
little
think
bit.
so, yeah, at least on my end.
Okay. What I said was, so loot boxes may seem like a good idea. There's one big problem: childhood gambling. That's all they
Yeah,
are.
yeah, that's true. Because there was one time I had done like a couple of these things myself, but one
Hmm.
started repeating it. And I said, you know what? I don't need any more of this. And sometimes the cost could get outrageous.
Kind of makes me miss the
It
days
can.
when you bought the game, you weren't trying to play with other people around the planet, and you just had fun with it.
Uh huh.
Also makes me miss the days.
Shirley.
I gotta
Yes.
say this just because you mentioned the support of women in gaming.
Mhm.
I miss the days when people were less worried about the sex of the programmers and what they less worried about the sex of the programmers than what they were capable of producing.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
agree.
want to see one sex or another, men or women in gaming. I want to see good programmers in gaming.
Yeah.
I want to see people who are concerned about making a quality product in gaming. I want, and especially, and I think you would agree with this, Frodo, I want to see people who are more concerned about making new products for me to buy than about tricking me into buying things I don't want in gaming.
Mhm. Yeah, because
True.
I know John. I don't know if you're familiar with this, but there was like a big old scandal a couple years back called Gamergate.
Do tell.
Okay, well, most of us know about it, but basically, it's like when it's like you have a woman trying to talk about games, and people start going attacking her. It's like you're a woman. You're not supposed to be playing games. It's like hello. Yeah, we can.
Those are the kind of people I want to give huge doses of ipecac to.
Yeah, it's like it's like when the this will go a little bit off the tangent here, but when the He-Man trailer, when that new Masters of the Universe trailer dropped on Netflix, and YouTube, She-Ra fans were crying foul
Why?
because well, they were expecting a She-Ra movie on Netflix. It's like, wait a minute, here's the problem with that. She-Ra was done by DreamWorks. This Masters of the Universe is done by a completely different company. So it's like, why are they being so dumb? And it's like they're throwing salt. You know, they're basically I've even heard reports they're threatening people.
That's ridiculous. But Shirley, let's
I'm
switch.
starting to think it may be a sign of the times.
Mm. Go ahead,
Well,
Frodo.
Shirley, let's pivot for a second.
Okay.
Um, we have some new information regarding a certain something brewing out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean.
Oh
Oh,
shit.
let me get me.
We got
Let me
another
get me.
hurricane getting ready to make landfall in Florida, don't we?
No,
No,
no, no.
it's off the Carolinas, right?
Actually, it's closer to Virginia right now.
Okay. Well, let me go get my
Um,
radar pro. Which, by the way,
can you share the link when you do?
actually, what I do
Oh,
is I have to share the screen because this is an app. So
I see.
what I can do is I can manipulate things here because I have Zoom Chrome radar. No, let's go picture. There we go. Come on, radar. Be a good little radar.
Today and today and today.
Yep, today and today and today. Now, why is Lowndes County like that? Let's see. Oh, it's power outages.
What's given the power outages?
Well, we've had storms, so they're having storms through here today. Oh wow, that's cool. I did not know they even added that. And as you can see, it's been raining over here too. All
What's
right.
it like
Uh,
in
really?
Arizona?
Looking at the MSN map, I can, yeah, I can see, I can see a line going across, going from West Virginia to New York City, as well as a bunch of them almost trying to swirl around the Florida Peninsula. What were you specifically focused on, Frodo?
I think there's like that system out in the Atlantic.
Okay. If you go
How
east of
far out?
Richmond, Virginia,
Mm-hmm.
I,
Okay.
I'd say about 200, about 400 miles or so,
There it is. Tropical storm Bill.
has officially been
How
upgraded to a tropical
far?
storm.
Bill,
It,
Bill, Bill,
it's
Bill,
it,
Bill.
if you go out east of Richmond, about about
Let's
to the point where it's due south of Boston, that's about where I'm talking.
Okay, I see a couple of MSN may not be properly updated. I see a couple of dots around those coordinates. I'm gonna have to see what it's.
Here's what I'm seeing, my John.
Hold on.
Yeah, well,
Uh,
my big concern right now is this thing down here in the Gulf.
yeah, I can see that. Oh joy.
Yeah, 70% chance of tropical storm formation over the next 5 days.
That's a problem. So I just want to give everyone updates on the weather as we did last year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, based on what I'm seeing, actually, Shirley,
Mm-hmm.
on my end, and I'm using my phone, so I don't have the full features of it.
Okay.
Uh, just to the north and west of Villahermosa in Mexico.
Ah,
Excuse me.
Villamerosa.
There's a nice wind swirl going on.
Yeah, I gotta see that.
So if anything forms, I'm thinking it's gonna form right in that area. And based on kind of the hump shape of it,
Mm-hmm.
my guess is it would be heading towards like Tampico or something. It's not gonna fly out east. It's gonna head more
No.
west, which
Yeah.
means which means more than likely it's not gonna affect anything in the US.
Good deal.
But that's my uneducated
Huh.
opinion
There's
based on what
Villahermosa. Villahermosa.
just to the north and west of it. Do you see
Yeah,
that
there.
swirl?
Yes, I do. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what I'm seeing where the formation will start. And it's probably going to form a tropical depression before it does anything else. But yeah,
Let's see. There's Ciudad del Carmen and Sanchez
and
Magallanes,
Veracruz.
Veracruz, and
Yeah, it,
Coatzacoalcos.
it, and like I said,
Coatzacoalcos.
yep, and like I said, based on what I'm seeing, if it does form, which it looks likely to form within the next day or two, it'll probably be a tropical depression. It'll probably head toward the north and west toward like Tampico.
Hmm.
So 100 miles north and south of Tampico is my guess here.
Nice.
And I should tell you, man. I should tell you, John. Frodo was dangerously accurate a lot last year. I mean,
I have no
dangerously
doubt about
accurate.
his accurate. I have no doubt about his accuracy now. I I'm not happy there's a hurricane brewing that looks like it's going to make landfall around Virginia, but I have no doubt
Well,
about Frodo's
That
well,
accuracy.
the
one's
good.
not going to make landfall.
Yeah, this one here, it's heading out in
It's
the
heading
Atlantic.
east.
Yeah, the one I'm concerned about is the
Good.
one over down in the Gulf, in the southwestern Gulf of Mexico, because
Yeah.
that could come up. That could affect me, so I'm gonna have to stand by on that one.
Yeah, she's going to stand by, but I'm not seeing it affect you at all.
Okay.
Like I said, I think it's going to swing west and land on Tampico, Mexico area.
Yeah.
And if I'm right, hey, that's cool.
Mhm.
Hey, that would mean I'm starting the year off again, right?
Well, let's see. What else is new? Yeah, today was also Flag Day, so hopefully you put your flag up proudly.
I'm sorry. I can't resist doing the bushwhacker's face with
Mhm.
that.
But
Old WWF thing.
yeah, and by the way, don't forget this Sunday is Father's Day. Of course, my dad has been gone almost 33 years,
Not
so
and
You know
if
what?
I'm right, it's also if you're a wrestling fan, it's also Hell in a Cell
ah, there'll be hell
Sunday.
in a cell. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. But yeah, I think we got a lot of good information from E3 today. There's still plenty more to do too. So
Oh yeah.
And and for those that are really interested, be excited for tomorrow. From what I've been hearing in the rumblings, the GameStop is expecting huge increase in profits tomorrow after after the Nintendo Direct, because Nintendo, when they go to E3, Mike, you can vouch this one out for me.
So
They don't go small.
they go huge. There's been rumors
They
of
go
Nintendo Switch
Nintendo,
Pro.
which
That's
has been a rumor for a while. It's supposed to be a new iteration of the Tegra chip, possibly 64 gigs of storage on board, maybe more. Definitely more memory on board, like RAM memory. Uh, and potentially, finally, getting rid of those goddamn horrible fucking sticks that like to go.
Yeah. Let's see. Sandra just said the Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars is from Square Enix.
Yeah,
Uh,
it is.
yeah.
Actually, let me correct you on that, uh, Sajo. Super Mario Legend of the Seven Stars is not a Square Enix game. It is a
It's a
Square
Square
Soft.
Soft.
It's Square Soft with Nintendo.
Yeah,
Okay.
Gotcha.
because
There,
because the merge between SquareSoft and Enix didn't happen until about
I can actually precisely label it, Mike, between
okay.
two games. It happened in between Final Fantasy VIII and Final Fantasy IX.
Nice.
Okay.
Because if you take the original Final Fantasy VIII, it says Squaresoft. But if you take the Final Fantasy IX, it says Square Enix.
Gotcha.
Makes sense. All right.
and we do actually have both those games, don't we, honey? Hold on 1 second. Sarah's gonna Sarah's gonna go get them just to show y'all. So let's keep the show running for a few more minutes. Sarah will be right back.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, while we're waiting on that, should give you a heads up. Yeah. To give you a heads up, our Twitter handle has officially changed. We are no longer BTA underscore TIP. We are now officially BTA underscore leveling up.
Yay.
And leveling
So-
up
Great
is
to
going
hear.
to be and leveling up is going to be the name we go by from now on, because we want to do more. We want this to be more than just a small show. We want it to be a force in the media industry.
Yeah. By the way, John, you're not gonna believe this one. One of my coworkers, he said he heard one of the voices was like, very deep, like it belongs on radio. I was like, oh, it's about you. It's like, dude, it's about you.
Well, I'm looking to get into it, so if
Yeah.
he's got a contact for me, he's welcome to give it.
Okay.
All right. Here is 7.
I can just barely see that, dude.
Yeah, you might want to
There we
lower it,
go.
lower it a little bit.
Squaresoft.
It says,
Yeah, there's Square Soft.
okay. Black label, by the way.
Yeah.
Exceedingly rare nowadays. Here is Final Fantasy VIII.
Square.
Yeah, Square
Squaresoft.
Soft.
And now 9.
Yeah.
Square
Yep.
Enix. That's it.
I have to wonder what kind of name Enix is.
Enix is an old game company. They've also developed games like the Star Ocean series, which is fitting to be in Squaresoft's wheelhouse too. You've also got God, I can't remember all the Enix games. Hold on, I'm actually gonna look it up here because they did some good stuff.
I was just
Yeah,
wondering
just
what kind of
Enix.
name, how they would manage to get a name that sounds like Enos. Enos, there's a name you should never give
I
your
don't know,
son.
but okay, just Enix. It was founded in September of 1975.
Mm,
Oh wow.
That's just Enix, okay?
yeah.
Um, they released Door. Oh, the series that Enix is best known for. I should have remembered this. Mike, you could slap me in the forehead when you see me next. Dragon Quest.
That was Enix?
That was Enix.
Oh.
ActRaiser. That was Enix. Evo, The Search for Eden. That was Enix.
So you had Eve trying to get back into Eden?
No, it's it's an evolution game.
Okay.
Remember, I had you play that once on my mini, or was it
I
Mike?
think I remember. It may have been Mike.
The
What?
one where you evolve a fish. You start out as a fish and you evolve it.
Oh, Evo. Yeah, you shared that one with me.
Illusion of Gaia. So the Gaia games were made by Enix. Of course, Star Ocean. Busta Groove.
I like that title.
Uh, Here's one for you. The Japanese version of Tomb Raider 3
Ooh.
was
Cool.
developed by Enix.
Nice.
Valkyrie Profile. Uh, Star Ocean Blue Sphere, obviously. Yeah, anything that's Star Ocean is an Enix game. So, yeah. When you combine Squaresoft and Enix together, you get a god of RPGs.
Pretty much. Pretty freaking much.
And then,
And yet, for some reason, that god can easily be the butt of a joke made into a dirty limerick.
Oh no.
and then,
Because the
when you
thing is,
want,
Frodo, it's a great company and it's done a lot of good stuff. I just can't figure out. I can understand if they wanted it to be a play on Unix, but they wound up making it something that sounds like the name Enos, which is a name you should be arrested, if not put to death, for giving your son.
but then you got to remember that SquareSoft has their own library of amazing games. But I just want to say thank you for all our fans that follow us. Thank you for listening to us on here every night. Don't be afraid to hit us up and don't be afraid to get in contact with us. Send all inquiries for insanity to Mike Joker Boyens because he and I think Mike, you agree that Altus is the king of RPGs.
Yep. Yes, I turned my camera off for just a couple of minutes. Excuse me.
Okay.
Okay.
It's
But
equal
yeah,
time, that's why.
Nice.
It's equal time.
I'm
Better
not
than Miller time.
I'm
Hey,
not
Mike.
gonna show myself
Um,
taking something while I'm
Okay.
on air. So
Okay, that's fine.
Good on you.
In other words, it's called respect.
yes.
I thought it was called
Anyway.
discretion.
It could be
Everyone.
both.
Everyone, one moment.
Yes.
Hands off Snaky!
I don't have my hand on Snaky.
I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to Janet.
I am
Frodo, you're
awake.
gross.
I just
Can you see this, Frodo? This is for you, smartass.
you You look like you were dead there for a moment.
I was not dead. I was resting my eyes again. Another fucking early morning with the dogs.
Yeah, she's got a point.
You're good. I'm just teasing you. Don't worry. Anyway, Shirley,
Yes, I think this would be a good time to
take
wrap
it
up for
away.
the night. Yeah.
Good idea.
All right. So anyway,
Take it away.
all right. So anyway, tomorrow we're gonna start with some E3 news because I'm still getting emails. So got some E3 news. But we're gonna do a little bit of Tune In Tuesday as well, and then of course Warzone Wednesday, probably more E3 and some other and we have other things too. Let's see. Now I've got an idea. Thursday. Well, we're thinking about taking the night off, but because remember last week we were supposed to, but then of course my power went out for my internet was out for 3 days. So how about this? The Big Among Us update is tomorrow. So how about we do this? Thursday we're gonna do Among Us, and Friday we can do Show Shock Live.
I
That
love
works.
the way you
I
think.
love the way your brain thinks, girl.
Yeah, that way. Just think about it. Thursday night probably won't be as busy as Friday. After all, I know
Maybe
what
if I
it's
get
like.
my download early, I can practice a little bit on it and let you
Yeah.
know what's up on Thursday.
Yeah.
If I get
No,
my
you
update.
can't practice.
No, I mean she can do the free play where you can like explore the areas and such, and you can activate the kill. And you can like kill everybody that's in there. I'm looking forward to. I may actually switch colors if they have that banana color. I like the banana. I like banana. I like
You
the
mean
Well,
rose.
yellow?
I will take any color but brown.
It'd be nice to
Hey.
take brown out.
I
What?
hope they do.
It'd be nice to take the color brown out of the equation, but I doubt it.
Maybe
Yeah.
they should just go for a darker one so it
Hey.
looks like dark chocolate, you know?
Yeah.
If
That'll work.
it's brown, flush it down.
Oh, I was playing in a public game with somebody else, and one of the other players was brown. He was also the sus, so I said, and I'd already been killed, so I'm thinking to I'm saying, since I have to do chat play when I go public, because nobody else can think of it. If it's brown, and I'm thinking, if it's brown, flush it down. I
Yep.
borrowed from Frodo.
Yeah. So anyway, that's gonna be our basic game plan. We're gonna do. There's gonna be still a lot of E3 to cover in the next couple days. And let's see. Friday, I actually have an interview with someone from TikTok Games. Now, it was originally supposed to be this past Friday, but they could not find someone to meet me with, so it got rescheduled for this Friday. And thank goodness I only work 7:30 to 11:30 because that gives me plenty of time.
Uh-huh.
All right, ladies.
All right. So anyway, that's basically our game plan for this week. So I'm going to get to the ending here. So hang on for 10 seconds.
Nope. Hold on to what?
All right. So with that in mind, I'm going to say love, peace, and chicken grease. Everybody have a great night. Sleep well. Stay safe. And we'll see you tomorrow for Tune In Tuesday / E3 coverage. So everybody have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night, everybody.
Good night, world.
Night, everyone. See you tomorrow.
Good night.